Steve Conroy, Boston Herald. Congratulations, Zdeno. We saw in the video yesterday how surprised you were, but have you ever thought of that moment happening, and what does it mean to you?
Yeah, it was quite surprising to me. I had no idea that was coming, and as you saw, I was quite of shock. And obviously, it's a huge honor, incredible honor. I never imagined coming to Boston that one day I'm gonna have my jersey retired and hanging in rafters. It's such a privilege. Be part of the organization and the city and have the fans support for all these years. I just feel like it's just such an incredible feeling to have everybody being part of that journey. So it's just something that's gonna be sinking probably for next few days. But I'm so grateful for that.
Chris Ryan with iHeartMedia. Your number 33 is going to the rafters, going to the Hockey Hall of Fame. Nikita Zadorov just referred to you as one of the all-time greats. Do you feel that you're in that context? Because obviously all these honors are indicative of the fact that you are one of the greatest hockey players ever.
Well, thank you. Again, it's something that I really enjoyed being part of the great teams. And I've said it many times, this is a team game, and this is for all those players I play with in the past and present, and in my last few years, to share that locker room and being able to lead this organization and making the impact that we as the players committed to and set the goals and winning championship. That's just it's a team effort. So as much as you want to say what I've done and all these recognitions, it's also part of their part. Playing huge helping me to be the best I could be. I just took a huge amount of pride to wear that jersey, to represent that logo, like I said before, and to feel the support from the city, from the fans, and have the players, the teammates that we had here, and it was just I'm so grateful for that. It's just it's amazing to have that support.
Jim McBride, Boston Globe. Zdeno, you were a captain the whole time you were here. The people that succeeded you, Patrice and Brad and other leaders in that locker room, often point to your leadership style rubbing off on them. How much of a point of pride is that for you?
Well, when I became a captain, I knew that the history, what this team had in many years before I arrived, and you try to embrace it, and also acknowledge that I'm not gonna be Bobby Orr, I'm not gonna be Ray Bork, but at the same time I knew that I want to be myself and lead my way, and do it in maybe different ways than they did before, but still in a form of that identity and structure that this team had for a long time. So that's what I did. I was just really embracing that role and try to lead the team, my teammates to that direction, and it was a lot of fun. But it took the whole team again. It took the commitment from everybody, and like I said, I was very fortunate and lucky that we had the team and players that we had.
Paul Fraser, Boston Bruins. How did you tell your family about the news, and what was their reaction to this point of your career?
Yeah, it was obviously my kids were very excited, but I think they especially my boys, they just with so many different recognitions coming lately, it's been kind of overwhelming. But they're happy. I'm sure it's gonna be a little bit more real to them when we're gonna be probably on the ice and the number will go up. Right now they're maybe too young to maybe understand the what it really means. But hopefully one day they're gonna probably knowledge it a little bit more.
Hey Zay, Josh Brogadier, WCVB Channel 5. At what point in your long career here did you actually visualize your number going up to the rafters? Was there a point throughout your time where you said, okay, I've been here this long, I've done this many things, and I think this is possible for me to join the greats up there?
No, it wasn't really. I mean, that's something that's not what you're playing for. You're playing to win, playing to get the championships. The focus is strictly on winning and championships. You are not really focusing on yourself and, being identified this way and being, so I wasn't really thinking about that. I was more focused on, doing what I could do and help the team. And like I said, winning is about, that's all we care about. Everybody wants to win, and then you just try to do your best every day and every season and try to reach that ultimate goal. And all these recognitions are just a reflection of your career. They're coming after. So while I was playing, none of that really was on my mind. After I retired, maybe some thoughts were that, hey, it could happen, but if it didn't, it's okay, because I did what I could, and I tried my best, gave it my all. So.
For most Bruins fans, the definitive moment of your career was Game 5, 2019, where you played despite the broken jaw. For you, is that the moment that kind of symbolizes who you were as a player the most, or are there other moments that stand out when you think about your the defining moment of your career?
Well, it's hard to really pick the defining moment for myself. I think we all witness different players sacrificing in different times, and that's also part of the identity that we created. We did have a motto in the locker room, whatever it takes, and that's what it took. And whether that's going to be that moment or, lifting a cup or, I don't know, something else, that's up to people, fans, to really choose and decide. But in my opinion, I just did what I wanted to do, what I felt was the right thing to do, and what I love to do, and I have so much passion for it. So I just did my job.
Anybody else? Thank you, Zay.
All right, thank you guys.